So getting cast by a guy, it's an audition tape in my case, and a meeting with him, which was a phenomenal meeting. He's a very special individual, very intellectual, very clever, very philosophical. So this conversation was probably one of the most interesting conversations I've had with a filmmaker. You know, talking about philosophy, abstract questions, and then back to the script, and then saying, explain the whole thing to me again in 30 seconds. And this is just how he works the whole way through. He let us make it up along as we went along. The whole movie and the characters together on set. So he's a very special movie maker.
I have a good amount of experience. I've played ex-military and military in a number of films I've done at this point, so I've been trained by some of the best, technical advisors, and since I was pretty young. But what's interesting about it is as you make these films throughout time, obviously things are updated, weapons handling and everything kind of slowly, it changes. So in terms of preparation, I had a good foundation. And then we had two wonderful technical advisors who were with us, both special ops guys who were just such kind-hearted, good, hard-charging dudes. And they were showing me things throughout the whole process. For me, I came onto it because Guy sent me this story, and I just thought, this movie in the hands of someone like Guy Ritchie is a very interesting sort of combination. To me, when I read it, it made me feel proud to be an American, honestly. We have an ethos of no one left behind, and that's what the story is about. It's about doing good despite ourselves, doing good reluctantly, which I loved, without sentimentality, which I think stories like this can actually delve into a lot, kind of, oh, look how good we are. But in fact, there were two characters who didn't like each other very much. And I loved that. Didn't like each other very much, but ended up doing probably some of the best things for another human being you can do.
Well, I think first and foremost, we've done a movie that's entertaining, because you have to get people to watch it. We're not making like a news flash or a documentary. So once you succeed to have people entertained and have an emotional hook in them, as his line is, and get them on board on this story, which I feel this movie does, then we tell a story about the guys on the ground, which is very universal, because the soldiers on the ground, they fight for the man next door, the guy next to them. And in this case, it shows that it doesn't matter if you're Afghan or if you're an interpreter or if you're a US soldier. Not necessarily all of them went through this larger-than-life story that we're telling, but all of them, the Afghan interpreters every day did put their lives at stake for the US soldiers, and the US soldiers did put their lives at stake trying to do the right thing every day. And really, that's the story we're telling about those two communities.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a political movie, and I think that's what's beautiful about it. I think we have 300 Afghan interpreters have been killed since 2001 in Afghanistan, and there are thousands more awaiting visas. And I think the power of film, power of movies, which I deeply believe in, is that it gets to the opportunity to shine light on something emotionally that's important. This is a parable, This is a story about doing good. And it is our ethos as Americans that no one is left behind. Like I've said, I think that is important, and may it shine light on that ethos and that idea again. May the media cycles that we are constantly thrown into, or we have so much information coming at us, that we can see and care emotionally and connect to something again, so we can think about it again. That's the job that we do, is hopefully entertain and show people something special and awaken something in someone that allows them to make some change and push something forward. That is our hope, and just the good. And one of my closest friends is a Marine, and his interpreter he owes his life to. He'll say it himself, I'm speaking for him. And he's brought his daughters over to the States, and they are devoted to America. And I think it is very important that we shed light whenever we can on this idea, and all the help we've gotten. We've gotten a lot of help, and that's what we hope for.